First, we'll go into our prayer, then we'll go straight into our Pledge of Allegiance. If everyone please stand. Mayor?
Before you please remember the people affected by the hurricane. Keep those all in mind. Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for this opportunity to come out and conduct the business of the great city of Northport, Alabama. Lord, just give each council person wisdom and guidance. Let us best serve our citizens in every decision that we make. Lord, the ones that's got hurt in the hurricanes, the ones that are still getting hurt in the Northeast, from the remnants of the hurricane, keep them safe. Just thank you for always being with us, and thank you for loving us. These things we ask, amen.
Today we have a special group of visitors here that's learned about civics in their class, and I would like to ask one or all or anybody, if you would, if you want to come stand at this microphone next to this podium here, and you're going to help lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, okay? You can grab that microphone and turn it your way. And you can get it down. All right. Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great job.
Thank you so much. We have a group here, homeschool so they're coming to learn about government and how government works, and we're delighted to have them. And hopefully, if you have any questions at the end, if you'll grab anyone up here, we'll be glad to try to teach you a little bit about what we're doing and why we do the things that we do. So thank you for being here. Next, we have a roll call. Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo.
Present.
Councilman Washington.
Here.
Pro Tem Hinton.
Here.
Councilwoman Dykes.
Here.
President Hogg.
Here. Item 4 is presentations. We have no one signed up to speak this week. Item 5 is approval of the agenda. I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as printed. Is there a second?
Second.
That's a second by Councilman Washington. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo.
Yes.
Councilman Washington.
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton.
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes.
Yes.
President Hogg.
Yes. Item 6 is visitors to address the council. We have no visitors signed up this week. Item 7 is unfinished business. 7A1 is a second reading of an ordinance amending Chapter 34, Article 2 of the Northport Municipal Code pertaining to budget. Mr. McGee.
Yes, Mr. President, this is an amendment to authorize the amending of our budget by council. It also allows for interdepartmental line item changes without official council amendments. This will not change departmental totals, but simply reallocate between line items within a department.
Okay. I'll make that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Bobo. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo.
Yes.
Councilman Washington.
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton.
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes.
Yes.
President Hogg.
Yes. 7A2 is the second reading of a permanent resolution accepting maintenance for municipal public improvements except final layer for property located at Bristol Park, Phase 3. Ms. Tubbs.
Yes, sir. Is there any questions?
Any questions? Any member of council that would like to make a motion? That's a motion by Councilman Washington. Is there a second? Second by Councilman Hinton. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo.
Yes.
Councilman Washington.
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton.
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes.
Yes.
President Hogg.
Yes. 7A3 is the second reading of a permanent resolution accepting maintenance for municipal public improvements except final layer for airport road improvements. Ms. Tubbs, is there anything else to add?
No, sir, there's not.
Okay. Is there a member of council that would like to make a motion?
So moved.
It's a motion by Councilwoman Bobo. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Washington. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo.
Yes.
Councilman Washington.
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton.
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes.
Yes.
President Hogg.
Yes. 7A4 is the second reading of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute a franchise agreement with Spire, Alabama Incorporated. Mr. Davis is not here, so Ms. Webb, can you take this one?
Yes, this was a second reading, and as we have reviewed this ordinance and some issues with Spire, we are asking that this item be tabled for a month so that we can resolve a couple issues before bringing it back to you.
Okay. I'll make the motion to table this item for a period of 1 month. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Bobo. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
President Hogg?
Yes. 8A1 is a first reading, rezoning of approximately 29.43 acres from M2 heavy industrial to RS1 residential, single family, located on the western side of 70th Avenue, north of Flatwoods Baptist Church, and south of 52nd Street. Ms. Ram.
Yes, sir. This does come with a favorable recommendation from the Planning Commission. There will be a public hearing and a second reading on the September 20th agenda.
Okay. I'll offer that for a first reading. 8A2 is a first reading of a rezoning of approximately 7.5 acres from AG to RS1 located on the eastern side of 70th Avenue, northeast of Flatwoods Baptist Church and south of 52nd Avenue. Ms. Ram.
Yes, sir. This item also comes with a favorable recommendation from the Planning Commission. There will be a second reading and a public hearing at the September 20th meeting.
Okay. I'll offer that for a first reading. 8A3 is a first reading of a permanent resolution accepting maintenance for municipal public improvements for property located at Kenneth Walker Subdivision, 9th Street. Anything to add, Ms. Tubbs? Okay. I'll offer that for a first reading. 8A4 is a first reading of an ordinance amending Chapter 34, Article 6, Section 3420B9 pertaining to municipal debt policy. Ms. Webb, I would like to ask that we suspend the rules in order to immediately consider the authorizing of this pertaining to the municipal debt policy. Is there anything that you would like to add to that?
I just needed the second and the vote for the suspension of the rules, and then I'll brief you on the item.
Okay. I will move to suspend the rules, and that's in the form of a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Bobo. We are under suspension of rules. Ms. Webb.
Can I get a vote on the suspension of rules?
Oh, I'm sorry. Please call roll.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
And President Hogg?
Yes.
And now to brief you on this. This item was recently adopted by council as a municipal debt policy, and in that policy, it mentioned various rating agencies that may be engaged by the city of Northport. Due to our bond refinancing that we have been undertaking, we decided to reach out to Fitch rating agencies as a potential rating agency for the city of Northport on our upcoming refinancing. And because they're not specifically listed in our municipal debt policy, we're asking to add Fitch to our permissible rating agencies item.
Okay. Is there a member of council that would like to move to offer this for adoption of the ordinance amending Chapter 34, Article 6, Section 3420?
So moved.
Second.
It's a motion by Councilwoman Bobo, second by Councilman Hinton. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
And President Hogg?
Yes. AB 5 is the first reading of an ordinance accepting speed table criteria and request process. Ms. Tubbs.
Yes, sir. This is the first reading for setting a speed table criteria and request process. So once this is adopted on the September 20th meeting, we have a list of those that have requested speed tables in the past. We will send this information to them and see if they want to move forward with still requesting a speed table in their area.
Okay.
Are there any questions about the process or the criteria?
All right. Is there a member of council that would like to offer this for a first reading?
So moved.
That's offered up by Councilwoman Dykes. 8A6 is a first reading of a permanent resolution authorizing purchase of real estate from Black Warrior Solid Waste Disposal Authority. Since this is of purchase of real estate, I would like to ask that we move to suspend the rules. That's in the form of a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
That's a second by Councilwoman Bobo. Ms. Webb, can you call roll, please?
Yes, Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
President Hogg?
Yes. Now we are under suspension of rules. Ms. Webb, can you brief us on this, please?
Yes, sir. Pursuant to council direction, and after we had received the feasibility study for a sports complex and a water park, you all asked for us to take a methodical approach in setting up how we can increase recreational areas within the city of Northport. And one of those items that was specifically mentioned was acquisition of property to house recreational areas. We were able to reach out to our friends at the Solid Waste Authority. They had property that they were willing to consider for sale. This is approximately 150 acres, a little more than 150 acres, near the EMA facility and to the east of Rose Boulevard. The purchase price is $700,000. We are very fortunate in that with Northport First Funds, we have cash on hand to be able to purchase this property for recreational uses. Glad to answer any questions that I can. I want to thank the Solid Waste Authority for their willingness to consider this sale, as well as the amenable negotiations that we entered into.
Yes, ma'am. I think this is a great partnership with the Black Warrior Solid Waste Authority, and do appreciate them being involved and working with us. This purchase price is roughly about $4,600 an acre in the city limits of Northport. So, and with this being purchased without borrowing, this is a very good item for the city to consider. So, do appreciate everyone that was involved and got to this point. So, with that being said, I would like to make a motion to adopt the resolution authorizing the purchase of approximately 150 acres of land from Black Warrior Solid Waste Disposal Authority in the amount of $700,000. Is there a second?
Second.
That's a second by Councilman Hinton. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
President Hogg?
Yes. 8A7 is the first reading of an ordinance adopting the fiscal year 2022 general fund budget. Ms. Webb.
Sir, I am pleased to announce that we are on track for adoption of a timely budget this year. And I have sent to Mayor and Council earlier this week the proposed budget from my office. This is the first item that we're discussing here is general fund operating expenses for FY 2022. We'll delve into this more in depth at our Finance Committee meeting on the 20th, and then it will be set for final adoption on the evening.
Okay. Is there a member of council that would like to offer this for a first reading? That's offered up by Councilman Hinton. 8A8 is the first reading of an ordinance adopting the fiscal year 2022 water and sewer budget. Ms. Webb.
Yes, sir. This is our 2022 water and wastewater or sanitary sewer budget. Again, we are going to be set for timely adoption. This is a balanced budget, as was our previous general fund operating budget, and delve into it as well at our Finance Committee meeting. If there are any questions, I'll be glad to try to answer those.
Mr. President, could I just make a comment?
Absolutely.
Thanks to Ms. Webb, all the directors that participated in this, done in a timely manner. Looking over the budgets, they look very conservative. I think that we'll all be pleased with that, as well as the timeliness of getting this done this year. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Totally agree. Are you offering this for a first reading, Mr. Hinton?
Yes.
Okay. That's offered up by Councilman Hinton. AB1 is a resolution authorizing a special permit for the 2021 Kentuck Festival of Arts. Mr. McGee.
This is a special permit for the possession, sale, and consumption of alcohol in a public park. for October 16th and 17th for the Kentucky Festival.
Yes, sir. This is an annual request by our friends from Kentucky, and this will be for their Festival of Arts. So I will make the motion to adopt this resolution authorizing the special permit for alcohol sales at the 2021 Kentucky Festival of Arts. Is there a second?
Second.
That's a second by Councilwoman Dykes. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
No.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
President Hogg?
Yes. AB 2 is a resolution authorizing the city administrator and city engineer to execute a contract with Burt Kleinpeter for CE&I services for the 2021 resurfacing project. Ms. Tubbs.
Yes, we're requesting you enter into a contract with Burt Kleinpeter Incorporated for the amount of $147,474 to provide construction, engineering, and inspection services for our 2021 resurfacing project. We will have a pre-construction meeting next week and issue the notice to proceed.
Love to hear that. Is there a member of council that would like to move to adopt this resolution?
So moved.
That's a motion by Councilwoman Bobo. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Washington. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
President Hogg?
Yes. 8B3 is a resolution accepting the 2020 audit report. Ms. Webb.
This will be Mr. McGee.
Oh, excuse me.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
McGee.
Then I'll jump in on the end if I may.
This is our final audit for fiscal year 2020. LaCroix and Richardson has provided that to us. They've worked very hard to provide that. It's a clean audit. There were no findings. Finances have improved. I'll keep it brief. Be glad to answer any additional questions, and Ms. Well will probably add to that. But I guess in a nutshell, it's a clean audit, and we ask you approve that.
Okay. Revenue's up, expenses down,
What you want. That's
Yeah.
correct.
no findings, clean audit. I mean, I don't know how you can get any better.
I do.
I would love to hear it. Come on with it.
I have some great news to announce, and it's part of the audit process. And as we've been going through the bond refinancing of late, we had to seek ratings for the public sale of our bonds, and we chose to be rated by S&P and Fitch ratings. I'm proud to announce that through the teamwork of the mayor, council, staff's hard work, Fraser Lanier Company as our bond underwriters and investment bankers, and our great auditor, LaCroix Richardson, we have received upgrades for both houses. So we were previously AA minus, and we've gotten a one-step upgrade to AA with a stable outlook from both S&P and Fitch, and we're very glad of that.
Awesome.
And just to relate that out to the public as to what that means, it's a better credit score. So if you have a better credit score as a municipality, you can get a better interest rate, and your money goes further. So we're a more responsible government, and have a good, stable credit rating, and we're very appreciative of all the hard work that the team has put in.
We have been stuck at a AA minus for, I don't know, about 10 years, which is a great credit rating, but to move up a step, that is a huge testament to all the parties involved, to our finance committee who's worked so hard, to the staff, our finance director, city administrator, Fraser Lanier, LaCroix Richardson, everybody else that was involved, mayor and council. This is a huge step as we move forward with the city of Northport, showing not only from the census that we got a few weeks ago that we are now the 17th largest city in Alabama. I've been saying for quite some time it's time that we start acting like it. This AA rating here is one step of showing that. So thank you to everyone that was involved with that. Thanks for letting us know, Ms. Webb. And as for the item on the floor, which is a resolution accepting the 2020
audit report with no findings, clean audit, revenue up, expenses down. Is there a motion by a council member that would like to move to approve this resolution?
So moved.
That's a motion by Councilwoman Bobo. Is there a second? Second by Councilman Hinton. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo,
Yes.
Councilman Washington,
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton,
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes,
Yes.
and President Hogg.
Yes. AB4 is a resolution authorizing employee premium payments under the American Rescue Act. Ms. Webb.
Yes, sir. This is another cause for celebration, I think, for mayor and council. The proposal in front of you is to award our full-time employees as of today's date a one-time premium payment of $1,000, and our part-time employees as of today's date a one-time premium payment of $500. This is recognition of their service through the COVID pandemic and is funded through the American Rescue Plan Act funds that the city was fortunate enough to receive.
Okay.
Has no negative impact to our general fund with this allocation for our employees and in recognition of their hard work.
Yes, ma'am. Once again, federal dollars that have come in through the American Rescue Plan Act that is designed for purposes such as this. So I will make a motion to adopt the resolution authorizing employee premium payments for essential workers under the American Rescue Plan Act. That's in the form of a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Dykes. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo,
Yes.
Councilman Washington,
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton,
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes,
Yes.
and President Hogg.
Yes. AB5 is a resolution authorizing COVID vaccination incentive payments. Ms. Webb.
Yes, sir. Also, because of the funds that we've received through the American Rescue Plan Act, we have a recommendation that if employees choose, and this is a non-mandatory participation, but if an employee chooses to be vaccinated and fully vaccinated before October 31st of this year for COVID, they are eligible for a one-time $250 payment. We believe that this will help control our health care fund costs because, as you know, we are self-insured and we help control our own destiny for the cost of our health insurance. That vaccination can help prevent hospitalization with COVID, and so we see this as a cost control measure and an investment for the city.
Okay, I just want to clarify something I had written down. October 15th. You said October 31st. Is it October 31st?
It's October 15th, whatever's in the resolution.
Okay. Is that what everybody else has, is 10/15?
As in the resolution, I apologize.
Okay. Once again, this is voluntary for the employees. It is not required. Since we are self-insured, this is just a cost control measure that's out there as a voluntary incentive for the employees that choose to do so. Is there a motion by council to adopt this resolution?
So moved.
That's the motion by Councilwoman Dykes. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Washington. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo,
Yes.
Councilman Washington,
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton,
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes,
Yes.
President Hogg.
Yes. AB6 is a resolution appointing a member to the DCH Healthcare Authority Board. Ms. Webb.
Yes, sir. Pursuant to the vote of the admin committee, this is rejection of 3 names submitted by the DCH Healthcare Authority Board and nomination and appointment of Dr. David Albright to the DCH Healthcare Authority Board of Directors as representing the city of Northport.
Okay. Is there a member of council that would like to move to adopt the resolution rejecting the nominees submitted by the DCH Healthcare Authority and appointing Dr. David Albright to the DCH Healthcare Authority Board of Directors with his term expiring as noted. Is there a motion? It's a motion by Councilman Hinton. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Bobo. Any questions or comments?
Yes, Mr. President, I'll be short and
Okay.
brief here. Nothing against Dr. Albright. I don't know Dr. Albright. The DCA's board doesn't know Dr. Albright. I don't know how many of you guys personally know him, but I just wish that we would stick with the list of the 3 names of Northport citizens that was recommended and choose one of them. And that's all I got to say.
Duly noted. Ms. Webb, if you'll call roll.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
No.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
No.
President Hogg?
Yes.
Dr. Albright is approved with a majority vote of 3 to 2.
AB 7 is resolution accepting a proposal from Black Warrior Surveying Company. Ms. Tubbs.
Yes, sir. This is to receive additional survey for our City Hall parking lot and grading plan as we get ready to resurface and add landscaped islands.
Okay. I will make the motion to approve this resolution. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Bobo. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
President Hogg?
Yes. AB 8 is a resolution authorizing purchases through approved purchasing cooperatives. Ms. Webb.
Yes, sir. As we are looking for ways to make our money do more for us at the City of Northport, we are exploring purchasing cooperatives, which exist on the national and local level to allow us to purchase goods at a more economical price. And in this resolution, we are specifically looking to utilize the Omnia Purchasing Cooperative. So we know of one item that we will see substantial savings by utilizing this purchasing cooperative with, and we believe there will be others in the future.
Okay. Is there a member of council that would like to move to adopt this resolution? That's a motion by Councilman Hinton. Is there a second?
Second.
By Councilwoman Dykes. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton? Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
I'm sorry. President Hogg?
Yes.
Did I call you twice? Or just
I don't know,
have
do you want me to
a
vote
lapse?
twice?
No,
I'm
this
sorry.
is once.
Okay.
I think you got me
I
once.
thought I called you twice. I was like,
No, would have known
Can't
that
read
if you
today.
hadn't said that. So. AB 9 is a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with Gerber Life Insurance through Cobb's Allen for stop-loss insurance. Mr. Rose.
Yes, sir. As mentioned earlier, the city is on their health insurance plan is self-funded. This will authorize the mayor to enter into an agreement with Gerber Life Insurance for that stop-loss insurance for catastrophic claims.
Okay.
No increase from last year.
Even better. Is there a member of council that would like to move to adopt this resolution?
So moved.
That is a motion by Councilman Washington, a second by Councilwoman Dykes. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
President Hogg?
Yes. AB 10 is a resolution authorizing the city administrator and city engineer to enter into an agreement with ALDOT, which provides PE, ROW, and CN funding for resurfacing sidewalk improvements and lighting improvements on Main Avenue from 5th Street to SR 6. Ms. Tubbs.
Yes, this is an agreement with ALDOT. It's 80% funding would be federal and 20% would be for the city. And it is for engineering, right-of-way acquisition, and construction for Main Avenue Improvements Project.
Okay.
Mr. President, this is awesome news. As far as I know, people have been waiting for years for something like this to happen as far as getting Main Avenue improved from downtown Northport to Highway 82 with sidewalks and lights. And this is, it's been a good day as far as announcements, and this is another plus right here.
I agree with you, Mayor. Is there a member of council that would like to move to authorize the city administrator and city engineer to execute this funding agreement?
So moved.
That's a motion by Councilwoman Bobo and a second by Councilman Washington. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
President Hogg?
Yes. 8B11 is resolution awarding bid 21-02, furnishing water and wastewater supplies. Mr. Webb.
Yes, sir. These are the over 200 items that the utility departments use in bulk each year to repair our water and wastewater system. We have the low bids before you tonight, divide up among 5 bidders.
Okay. Is there a member of council that would like to move to approve this resolution awarding the bid for furnishing water and wastewater supplies? That's a motion by Councilman Hinton. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Bobo. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
President Hogg?
Yes. AB 12 is a resolution awarding bid 21-03, furnishing water and wastewater chemicals. Mr. Webb.
Yes, sir. These are the chemicals we use at our plants to treat and disinfect the water and wastewater each year. We use in bulk. We have 11 items we're bidding tonight and 9 bidders that were the low bids on each of the items. I want to note we will be coming back in the end of September to have a low bid on one item, liquid chlorine.
Okay. I'll make that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
I don't know who got that first. I'm going to say Councilwoman Dykes. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
And President Hogg?
Yes. 8B13 is a resolution authorizing the city administrator and city engineer to enter into an agreement with AlDOT, which provides PE and C&M funding for resurfacing and sidewalk improvements on CR 47, which is known as Watermelon Road, and from SR 6, which is McFarland Boulevard, to Union Chapel Road East, and intersection improvements at Rice Valley Road. Ms. Tubbs.
Yes, sir. This is also an MPO project where the federal funding will be 80% with the city's match at 20%. And we are asking to enter in this agreement for resurfacing the sidewalk improvements along Watermelon Road.
Once again, another huge improvement to our city here. So, is there a member of council that would like to move to authorize the city administrator to execute this funding agreement?
So moved. Hallelujah.
I figured you would like that one. That's a motion by Councilman Hinton. Is there a second?
Second.
A second by Councilwoman Bobo. Any questions or comments? Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
President Hogg?
Yes. AB 14 is a resolution authorizing the city administrator and city engineer to enter into an agreement with AlDOT, which provides for the PE and C&M funding for resurfacing on CR 84, which is Charlie Shirley Road, from SR 69 to SR 13, US Highway 43. Ms. Tubbs.
Yes, this is an additional MPO project with 80% being federal fund, 20% being city match to resurface Charlie Shirley Road from 69 to 43.
Okay. Is there a member of council that
So
would...
moved.
That's a motion by Councilwoman Dykes. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Hinton. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
President Hogg?
Yes. AB 15 is a resolution authorizing the city administrator to enter into an annual maintenance agreement for all public safety generators. Ms. Starnes.
Yes, Mr. President, this is just an agreement to get the maintenance of all the city generators under one company.
Okay. Is there a member of council that would like to move to approve this adoption for the resolution authorizing city administrator to enter into an agreement with Rick Service Company for the annual maintenance agreement for all public safety generators? That's a motion by Councilman Washington, second by Councilman Hinton. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
President Hogg?
Yes. AB 16 is a resolution allocating additional Northport First funds for fiscal year 2021. Ms. Webb?
Yes, sir. There are three particular items that I'm requesting allocations for from Northport First Funds. The first is the $700,000 for the land acquisition that we discussed previously. The next is $1 million for an emergency sinkhole repair adjacent to City Hall property here, just on the side of our building. Some of you, large sinkhole that continues to get larger every day, and our estimates at this point indicate $1 million needed for repair of that. And then an additional $700,000 to bolster our reserves. As we noted with our audit and our bond rating upgrades, strong financial reserves are important for the city, and my recommendation is that we bump our percentage of funding for reserves up to 12%, and this would allow us to achieve that 12%.
Yes, ma'am. And we are only, we only have written currently that 10% is our threshold, but we are achieving 12% by this. So that is showing a strong financial agreement for doing so. So I will make the motion to adopt the resolution allocating additional Northport First funds from fiscal year 2021, $700,000 for additional reserves, $1 million for the emergency sinkhole repair adjacent to City Hall, and $700,000 for the land acquisition that we discussed earlier with Black Warrior Solid Waste Authority. That's in the form of a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Bobo. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb?
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
President Hogg?
Yes. AB 17 is a resolution declaring emergency and authorizing the city administrator and city engineer to negotiate an agreement with Duncan Coker Associates, P.C. to provide survey and design services for the sinkhole adjacent at City Hall. Ms. Tubbs?
Yes, sir. We're asking that you declare this an emergency. We may, so we can move forward rapidly on getting the repair made and enter into a contract with Duncan and Coker to provide survey and engineering design work and oversee the construction of this project.
Okay. I'll make that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Hinton. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb?
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
President Hogg?
Yes. AB 18 is something I personally have been waiting to see for a long time. It's a resolution adopting logo representing the city of Northport. Ms. Tubbs?
Yes, sir. We're happy to display our new logo and to give a little sense behind the meaning in the logo. So, as many know, Northport was in the 1800s was considered the northernmost point on the Black Warrior River. It was very vital to navigation. So that's how we got our name, hence the north arrow. We also have a compass rose that is used to find direction, and it's used in navigation as well. And our tagline of Find Your True North, just to define true north, is your inner sense or your calling. It's of what you want to accomplish in your life. It's a combination of your values, your beliefs, and your purpose. And it keeps you on a straight track to find that for yourself. And we feel like Northport should be that place for many visitors and for our many residents. We want it to be to find your direction and find your way to your schools, to your recreation, to your neighborhoods, to sportings, to shopping and restaurants. So we think that this kind of sums up what we know Northport to be and who we are and how we want to be represented. You'll notice the blue, it's very similar to, if not the exact same as County High, so we want to represent our high school as well.
I think this is great. This is definitely something that I think everyone can rally behind, and when you're trying to find your own true north and calling Northport home. So, thank you for your hard work with doing this and being involved. This is definitely something I can see that will be displayed throughout town. Have some wayfinding signage, and I do get asked all the time about the building being painted out here at City Hall, but the sign has not been painted yet, so I'm assuming this goes along with this.
This, it
signage
does.
here,
There's
so-
a method to our madness. So
Yes.
yes, we have reached out to a couple of sign companies and are receiving quotes to come back. And obviously, we wanted to wait and be able to use our new logo in the signage. So that's to come.
Okay. Gonna put this all over our vehicles too?
We'll be
That's
sending
planned?
out. Yeah, and I'll also be sending out files for you to use as needed. We have letterhead, memos, and so we'll send that out for you to use.
Okay. Once again, this is also incorporating our high school here in Northport, Tuscaloosa County High, with the Wildcat Blue. So, want to make sure that that's pointed out as well. So, thank you again. Is there any questions by any member of council or the mayor, or any comments that you would like to make in regards to adopting this logo today?
I'd like to just say thanks to the engineering department for developing this. We didn't have to spend $50,000 to get it. We got it on our own part.
Developed that, these guys, you don't know how many logos we went through, so they did a phenomenal job.
Okay. Anybody else? That being said, I will make the motion to approve the resolution adopting a new logo representing the city of Northport and finding our true north. That's in the form of a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Dykes. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
And President Hogg.
Yes. Item C is our consent agenda. They range from minutes, bill listings, PO requisitions. Is there a member of council that would like to move to approve the consent agenda as printed? That's a motion by Councilman Washington. Is there a second?
Second.
By Councilwoman Dykes. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
President Hogg.
Yes. Item 9 is reports of special committees of council. If there's any member of council that would like to give a update from their committee. Okay. Item 10 is public hearings. We have none. Item 11 is city administrator's business.
I'll be brief. I just want to say thank you to the staff that you see represented here in council chambers and all those who work for the city. We have been making great strides lately, and I'm very proud of the effort that is put in and the results that we are achieving. So I want to say thank you to all of them.
Yes, ma'am. Item 12 is departmental business. We do have a few items today on the agenda from our police department. Chief Burton,
Yes, sir. We have
12A1.
level one is C-Mart Spirits, ABC license. This is a license transfer,
Okay,
so it's not a new license, but we found no issues with that application.
all right.
The applicant is Somnath 2 LLC, is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
Okay. And since this is an ABC license, by code, we have to open the floor for a public hearing for this agenda item. I will open the floor for a public hearing. Is there any member in the audience that would like to come and speak for or against this ABC license request? Okay, seeing none. Close the floor for the public agenda. Is there a member of council that would like to move to approve or deny the ABC license for Somnath 2 LLC doing business as C-Mart? Okay, that's a motion by Councilwoman Bobo to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
By Councilman Washington. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Councilman Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
And President Hogg.
Yes. 12A2 is also Somnath 2 LLC doing business as C-Mart Spirits in Suite B. It's also an ABC license request. Chief Burton.
Yes, sir. Same location, 2800 McFarland Boulevard, Suite B. No issues with this application either.
Okay. Once again, by code, we have to open the floor for a public hearing for this agenda item. I will open the floor. Is there a member of the audience that would like to come and speak for or against this agenda item? Seeing none, we'll close the floor. Is there a member of council that would like to move to approve or deny the ABC license?
So moved to approve.
By Councilwoman Bobo to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
By Councilman Washington. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
President Hogg?
Yes. Item 12A3 is J&S Bartending LLC, doing business as Kentuck Arts Show 2021, also for an ABC license. Chief Burton.
Yes, sir. We have an application from J&S Bartending LLC from a Mr. Marcus Jones. He's the same vendor that's
Yes, sir.
we've had for the last few Kentuck Arts Festivals, and we never had an issue with it.
Yes, numerous years of working with JS Bartending. So, once again, for an ABC license, we do have to open the floor for a public hearing, so I'll open the floor for this agenda item. If there's a member of the audience that would like to come speak for or against this item, seeing none, we will close the floor for a public hearing. Is there a member of council that would like to move to approve or deny the ABC license for JS Bartending LLC, doing business as Kentuck Festival of Arts Show 2021?
So moved to approve.
It's a motion by Councilwoman Dykes to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Washington. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton? Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
President Hogg?
Yes. Item 12A4 is also an ABC license for Dos Amigos Mexican Grill LLC. Chief Burton.
Yes, we have an application from Dos Amigos Mexican Grill, 13580 Highway 69 North. I believe that's the public shopping center located there. We found no issues with this application either.
Okay. Once again, for this request, we do have to open the floor for a public hearing. Floor is open. If there's a member of the audience that would like to come and speak for or against this ABC license request. Okay, seeing none, we'll close the floor. Is there a member of council that would like to move to approve or deny the ABC license for Dos Amigos Mexican Grill LLC? Is that a motion to approve or deny?
Approve.
Okay, that's a motion by Councilman Washington to approve. Is there a second? Second by Councilwoman Dykes. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
President Hogg?
Yes. Item 13 is mayor and council members' business. First, we have the Honorable Mayor Herndon.
Thank you. Just want to say what a great day it is for as far as announcements of projects. Like I said earlier, a couple of weeks ago we were able to announce that we've gone to the 17th largest city in the state from the 21st largest. Today we have all these new road projects that are come up that's going to be really beneficial to our community at a low cost to the city. We got a great report from the audit. We got a great report from bond ratings. We got great reports on all kind of things. And it just, I just want you to know how hard, it's been said before, how hard Ms. Webb, all the staff work. The council and the mayor, we get the blame or we get the praise for almost everything that happens, but it's the staff here that gets the work done. And I want to tell them from the bottom of my heart how much I appreciate you. Today has been a good day.
I agree, Mayor Herndon. District 1, Councilwoman Bobo.
I think I'm probably echoing what's already been said a couple of times, but I would be remiss if I didn't repeat it. This is probably one of the longest agendas that I have seen, and arguably maybe one of the best for our progress. I'm excited for District 1 and the Main Avenue project. Also very excited to be allowed to be chair of the Finance Committee and to learn from Dr. Hinton. We've both leaned on each other throughout the process, leaned on Fraser Lanier and our staff. I mean, our city administrator, the hard work and the long hours that she's put in, our finance director, it has just really brought us all closer together so that we can strengthen our financial policies in a way that's lending to more conservative budgeting and increasing our city's bond ratings. It's going to give us some big savings so that we can put away for a rainy day and just make it easier for us to dream for future projects.
No doubt. Anything else? Okay, District 2, Councilman Washington.
Yes, I just want to say thanks to the staff, all department heads and the entire staff for the hard work, and also, city administrator.
Yes, sir. District 3, Pro Tem Hinton.
In a few months, I will have been on the council 3 years. I've never seen an agenda quite like this, particularly as positive as it is, accomplished so much. I can tell you Miss Webb is blowing and going. I called her. I usually know exactly what I want to say because she's got every minute planned. She's doing so much, just great work for the city. Same with our directors. They're all working together. The city is just moving forward I think in a great way right now. We appreciate all of it.
Yes, sir. District 4, Councilwoman Dykes.
I would like to echo what everyone else has said, but also to welcome Dos Amigos to the Publix shopping center at the corner of 69 and Mitt-Larry Road. And I can't tell you how thankful I am. And my car is thankful for Charlie Shirley Road going to be being paved. And I would like to wish my daughter a very, very happy 20th birthday.
All right. Ms. Webb, you're getting all kind of accolades today. Would you like to add anything else to that for District 5?
I'm appreciative of the sentiments, but know that it is only because of the hard work of the staff. They respond well, they support and try to progress every day, and it is only because of their hard work that we can get here. And so I'm very appreciative of that, seeing the fruits of their labor every day, and do even more in an organized manner. So thank you to them again. And I forgot to extend a thank you earlier to the city of Tuscaloosa. As you all are aware, last couple of weeks we had a shortage in staffing for our inspections department. And while we worked to come up with a solution in-house, we also reached out to the city of Tuscaloosa, and we entered into a memorandum of understanding and agreement with them where they would provide inspectors to us after their normal working hours in Tuscaloosa, and they would work overtime on behalf of the city of Northport. That allowed us to keep our residential permits going and moving so that homes could be closed upon and people could move in, keep our contractors working, and all of those things help support our economy, and we're very appreciative and grateful to the willingness of the city of Tuscaloosa to get us to that point.
Thank you. Yes, that was definitely something that was needed at the time, and I'm glad that the city of Tuscaloosa considers us to be a partner as we consider them to be a partner as well, and that we can work together to achieve great things. You know, here in our county, the river separates us geographically, but most people don't know the difference between Tuscaloosa and Northport overall. So it's a good thing to have a good working relationship with them regarding that. I do want to say under District 5, I don't have anything specifically for my district that's not already been said here tonight. Everything else that's been said in regards to the agenda items or to how hard our staff works, etc. I do want to say something that I think is very beneficial, and I know he just had to step out just for a moment, I'm sure. But our finance committee took a step forward when they hired Fraser Lanier as our bond underwriter. And Lee Garrison is with Fraser Lanier, who has been our main point of contact. He is from the area, lives 5 minutes down the road. Having him work with us, he knows the area. He has been very beneficial to everyone at the city in terms of the finance department, finance committee, city administrator, to myself, the rest of the council, and the mayor. And his knowledge and expertise of what he can bring to us and to help guide us as where we're going and where we want to be in the future is one of the reasons that we were able to receive the AA credit rating. And he has a lot to do with that. And this being my second term on the council, I can tell you that I have not seen someone work so hard for the city of Northport, just like he was an elected official sitting up here wanting to do the things that we want to do as well. He took our vision and he ran with it with us. And I do want to just personally and publicly thank him for his hard work as well. So with that being said, item 14 is adjournment. I know it's been a long council agenda. I appreciate everyone being here tonight. I'll make a motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
That's a lot of seconds. Second by Councilwoman Bobo. Is there any questions or comments about adjourning? Obviously not. Ms. Webb?
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton? Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
And President Hogg?
Yes, we are adjourned. Thank you for being here.